Following a costly blown tire, Chicago Jimmy Johnson looks to rebound and repeat his 06 win at the Brickyard. Will he kiss the bricks again? The NASCAR Nextel Cup comes to ESPN Sunday. The Allstate 400 at the Brickyard. Coverage begins at 1 Eastern with NASCAR Countdown. As you look from high above, the best view of the O'Reilly Raceway Park. From inside the Ginn Resorts lightship flying overhead with the eye in the sky. Thanks to pilot Carl Harbuck and cameraman Dave Howard for the great views. Thank you guys, appreciate it. That is spectacular. Look at the grandstands. Just packed.
Chock full. Always is. It is wonderful track.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Aric Almirola. Negotiating the traffic cost him half his lead. There's the 38 car getting around the 25 of Richard Johnson. Let's get more on Almirola as this battle's tightening up for the lead, Jackaroo.
Well, that battle is tightening up because Aric has been very conservative working the race traffic. Why? Because the car, as he reported to David Rogers, his crew chief, is a bit loose coming off the corner. They have banked on the fact that, as Randy LaJoie said earlier in the evening, when the sun goes down here, cars tend to do the tighten up. They feel then they'll get a little more neutral. They'll be able to drive just a little bit harder.
I'll take a look from high above, Randy, and I might be able to see what they're talking about as far as being loose.
He's probably liking it to be loose because what happens when you burn some fuel off, the car naturally tightens up. It gains nose weight. So he's really liking what he has now. Besides, he's in the front.
Well, if you were with us in the pre-race show and NASCAR Countdown, you know he's still got Milwaukee on his mind. That's where, of course, hold on. We'll talk about that in a moment. We've got our second caution coming up at lap 43. That's David Ragan in the 6 car that has turned it around down in turn number 4. And he has backed it into the wall.
Go, get ahead of that 6. Ahead of the 20 here. Ahead of the 20. We're rolling. Go ahead around these 2.
He's 5th place in points this year.
So there's the damage. Looks like it's going to be one of those where we're going to pull in and pound it out.
That's all you can do.
Biggest thing would be we'll be able to get fuel.
Oh, this is true. Well, they said it's not a big fuel issue. It's only 137 miles, but they still need some to get to the end.
He's going to have to get at least one more tank full. Take another look, see what happens. Oh, got a little assist maybe?
Well, he definitely. I wonder if that could be a payback.
That was Josh Wise in the 22. Let's go on board with the 29 car.
He might have just been a little late to the throttle, and what happens is you pick the throttle up so early here, and he might have had to jump out of it, and Josh Wise got in the back of him.
So that was Scott Wimmer's onboard look, and here comes past. The pit lane is still closed, so he's not able to come in and take care of repairs. NASCAR's now telling him where to fall into line.
Well, you can't race back to the caution, and he did to try to beat the 20 car.
So we're under our second caution here with Aric Almirola leading all 45 laps. Remember, he led the first 43 laps back at Milwaukee, and then it was Denny Hamlin taking over after 59 laps. So the 25 car is the Aaron's lucky dog. So Richard Johns is going to get to come around, get back on the lead lap. As you got a glimpse there of the 16. And it looks like we are open for business in pit lane. Let's send it to Jackaroo.
And the first to get service is your leader, Aric Almirola. They're going to go up a half pound on the right rear, go up on the track bar. What he's trying to cure is a little tightness in the middle of the corner. He pleaded with Dave Rogers, don't mess up the entry or the exit. Vince?
Greg Biffle currently in 3rd place as he comes in. Needs more forward bite. They're making an air pressure adjustment and going 1 round down on the track bar. 4 tires and fuel for the 16 of Greg Biffle. Shannon?
Is in his pit stall with crew chief Pierre Cattell looking on. There, he says it's loose in the gas. So they're going to fix that with air pressure. 4 tires. Carl, remember, is driving that car with a dislocated thumb.
And as you guys were finishing up, I was watching Carl Edwards. He's a little stuck. Kelly Byers stalled momentarily coming out of pit lane. That's going to cost him a few spots. Take a look at the race off pit road. Wimmer, the big winner there. We're going to have to find out exactly what happened with the 29 car. Sound like maybe a 2-tire change, perhaps?
Maybe gas only, because he pitted earlier.
All right, so we'll update it when we come back. And we'll set the field as we'll get ready to go green. We're under our second caution here at O'Reilly Raceway Park. Come back to the Kroger 200 here at O'Reilly Raceway Park. You're just in time as we're getting ready. The fans come to their feet. Standing room only crowd, and we are back to green flag racing, and your leader is Bobby East.
Maybe
Ron
not for
Hornaday.
long. Here comes Hornaday.
Hornaday, man, does he get the restart.
Slide job.
Puts it on him and takes it, and here comes Aric Almirola underneath. He's going to try it.
Biffle's not going to be a slouch either. He wants to lead this thing too.
Right now, those guys that took tires can afford to go for the bite down low.
Absolutely. Ron Hornaday took tires, almost was in jeopardy going a lap down and drove away from the 20 car.
Remember, he was in 22nd spot after that first incident on pit lane. Now here he is running out front. Can you wonder why he has 32 victories in the Craftsman Truck Series?
He gasses it up.
He loves the contact, too.
That's right.
He really does. Almirola trying to close him down in second place. In third, you've got Greg Biffle. Bobby East has settled into fourth. Scott Wimmer has moved up to fifth. Mike Blix is sixth. Cale Gale seventh. David Ruderman eighth. Leffler ninth. And Kelly Byers 10th. Remember, Byers had problems on the pit stop. We told you about that.
Yes, he did.
Fell back, but now he's going to have to fight. As you see, there's David Ruderman. You're on board with Leffler. Boy, what a job by Ruderman. Take a look. Battle for the lead now. Aric Almirola says, I don't care if you got 32 truck wins. I want the lead.
It's going to take him a couple laps, I do believe. Ron Hornaday, he likes the lead. He's chewing on that bone. He ain't going to give that bone up.
Yeah, well, Biffle's sitting there saying, you guys go ahead and beat on each other, and I'll inherit it from both of you.
He might come up and beat on all of them.
This is great action. This is why everybody comes here every year to watch this race. Little contact going into the corner, and Almirola tries to slide and may make it stick.
That's right. You got to watch turn 3, because if Hornaday's going to catch him, he might give him a little nudge.
From high above, you look down, and it looks like Biffle's going to give Hornaday all he wants.
I tell you, that 20 car's fast right now.
All right, look at the lead now, and the battle is really for second. Almirola, once he gets clean air, you see over on the left side of your screen, Marcus Ambrose is behind the wall. Let's find out what's going on.
Well, it's never a good sign when your car is behind the wall. Let's walk in and talk with Marcus Ambrose. Marcus, what's the issue?
Well, I'm hoping it's a drivetrain deal, maybe a differential or an axle or a gearbox. If it's not that, it's something further forward, because it sounds like popcorn back there in the microwave. She's
never good when it smells like popcorn, guys.
No, only if you're sitting in the movie theater. And right now, as you can see, it is Greg Biffle with the high line starting to pull away from Ron Hornaday.
What happens is when your car's loose, like Greg was saying, you need all the room you can get. So that's why he's got that thing slung all. He's rim riding this racetrack.
There you see the 38. That is Jason Leffler. He's duking it out with Cale Gale. That's a battle for fifth. We told you we were going to have a lot of action at this track tonight. We didn't lie.
No, so I think Biffle was rim riding so much, I think he might have got into the outside wall coming out of 2.
We'll have to check and see if he's got any damage to the car. Look at Ruderman. He's going to go under Cale Gale.
He lost some spots on his pit stop also, which happens here because of the racetrack. The pit road is so small and so tight, you can get jammed up in a hurry.
Let's go back, because the 38 car of Jason Leffler was one of the many who had bad pit stop the last time around. Let's go back and take a look at it.
What happens is if you're getting ready to go, his left side's going up. Okay, he has to get out. Oh, he's either run into these guys, he has to back up and then go, which is 3 seconds, but 3 seconds is 6 spots.
And we got an update from Shannon Spake. Remember the injured crew member from earlier who got struck? He has been treated and released. He is back on duty. And
that's awesome.
More on the 38 car, Jason Leffler. Let's check in with Jack.
Guys, remember, Toyota is still searching for his first victory in Busch competition, and Jason Leffler is carrying that mantle. Thus far during the course of the race, he said the car was loose in, tight in the center, and loose off. After a more animated discussion with his crew, he goes, heck, it's loose everywhere. So they put 4 tires and they put a round a wedge in. But you can see the damage that's on the right rear quarter panel from the tight quarters racing. Now, I found this interesting. They say it's affecting their fuel mileage a little bit. Aero, is that important here?
They might be pulling his leg just a little bit.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you know, that makes it all part of the fun. There is Aric Almirola. He's got a 1.1 second lead over Greg Biffle. Ron Hornaday's third. Jason Leffler is fourth. And Mike Bliss is fifth. Told you it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. Stay with us. We got a lot more coming your way.